Hello, everybody. Welcome to Two Authors, Books, and a Beverage. Hi, Mary. Our guest is Kim McMahill, and we're excited to have her. I have my coffee beverage. So does Mary.
And water today.
And water. And Kim, Yeah, Kim's got hers too.
Montana Gold tea.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. We're excited to have Kim. I've known Kim for many years where we met at a conference, and we've kind of communicated off and on throughout the years by way of the internet. Kim is coming to us from Wyoming, and Mary is still in Utah, and I'm still in Arizona. So we're three different places here. So welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it, Kim. Kim McMahill has been writing for quite a while. You started out with nonfiction, right?
Yes, I did travel and human interest articles for periodicals.
Okay, I read where you had over 80 articles from your travels. Lots of travel for what, over 20 years being with the National Park Service?
Yeah, about a quarter of a century I worked for the various agencies within the National Park Service.
Oh, that had to be an adventure.
Very exciting.
Tell us, where was your favorite places that you actually visited? Because I'm a traveler, so I love that.
Every place we've ever been has had something outstanding. I can't think of a single trip that I would say was a bad trip or a bad place. But probably our first most exotic trip that always stands out in my mind when people ask me this question is Thailand.
Oh, okay.
And more recently, we've been to Iceland and Portugal, and those are definitely three big trips. We did go around the Horn of South America on a cruise ship, and that was pretty amazing too. So, yeah, we've traveled to a lot of countries and a lot of cities, and yeah, those are probably four of the biggest ones.
Hey.
So all of that traveling inspired you to start writing fiction?
Well, actually, travel was more responsible for the nonfiction. But I just love adventure. I read mostly romantic suspense or action adventure, and my taste have kind of started evolving toward more dystopian and fantasy. And so you kind of write what you read, and that's what I'm enjoying
right
now.
I've read a lot of your books, and I really enjoyed the one. I can't remember the title. I'm so bad with titles.
Me too.
It place in Mexico, and I had been to Mexico when I started reading that, and it just hit home. I thoroughly enjoy it's. I recommend Kim's books. They are interesting, and they're exciting, and they're adventurous. I know that you're doing a new genre right now, dystopian, and it's a YA, right?
Well, I think that's where they're going to market it because that's the imprint that has it right now. But I think it would appeal to almost any age. I mean, I just recently finished your book, Beginning of the End, and I think anybody who read that would enjoy my new series coming out as well. And I definitely didn't get the impression that yours was a young adult because it definitely appealed to me. So even though some of the characters are in their teens, the prime characters are 18 and 20 at the start of the series. So that kind of puts it in the new adult, young adult range.
Right.
But I think it will appeal to everybody.
I think so too. I can't wait to read it. So, and it's going to be a series, right?
Yes.
Okay.
How many books?
Right now, 4 of them are scheduled to be released. The first one in February, and the next 3 about every 4 to 5 months.
Okay.
And there is a 5th book that's finished, but I haven't sent it to the publisher yet, so I don't, know if she's going to take it or not. But definitely 4 of them are scheduled to be released.
Okay, you said the first one they start in there. You said like late teens, right?
Yeah.
And so as the series goes, do they grow and get older? So, or are they all in their teens? Do they get into their 20s, or how does that work?
Oh, definitely. Book one, like I said, two primary characters are 18 and 20. By book four, they're like 21, and
Okay.
he's like 2 years older than her, so 21 and 23.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
it definitely takes place over a time span.
okay. All right. That's cool.
No, they're going to be interested. I'm so excited to get to read them. So congratulations on your first release in February,
Yes.
sometimes in February, and we'll let people know. Okay.
It's
Great.
called Refuge from the World, and the whole series is called the Beartooth Chronicles. And so
Okay.
Refuge from the World will be the first book in the Beartooth Chronicles.
Great. Great.
So how many books total have you written, and when did you start writing fiction and not nonfiction?
I started writing fiction in like 1999, and I've published, I think 10 books are out, but eventually, of course, we'll have 14 out. So yes, it's been a long journey, and I really think I've learned a lot along the way, and I think my writing gets better along the way. And
We all hope that.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
authors, you know, we all do
Actually, I'm
hope
pretty
that.
sure of that. I was reading one of my first books the other day, and yes, they are.
Yeah.
I know, we've done that too. I have a question. You did 5 short stories on what's it called? Kindle Villa,
Yeah, Kindle Vella.
and they're like episodes.
Yes.
Give us a little heads up about that. I don't know much about that at all.
Well, I think in like the 60s, 70s and stuff, serialized television shows or even news programs were very popular. And I think it's Amazon's attempt to kind of bring back that genre. And there's really a lot of opportunities there. There's a lot of options to choose from as far as genres. And when you sign up for Bella and start reading Bella's, you can read the first 3 episodes of any book for free. And then after that, you like open additional episodes with tokens. But the nice thing about that is it gives you an opportunity to like kind of check out the writing style, the genre and all that without any commitment. So yeah, so I just kind of stuck my foot in the water with one, and it really went well. And I usually release new episodes every like 3 to 4 times a week.
Wow.
But some people do once a week or every day, or it just kind of varies. But it's just kind of a really open platform, and it's fairly new. I think it has been around probably for like 4 years. I'm not sure exactly how long, but relatively new.
So when you say Bella, you mean like on the Amazon, the Vella? I thought you said
Yes.
novellas, like little novellas that you were doing on your own. So you're talking about that program they have. I haven't even checked into that, and I really do need to. I'm not sure when I would, but
yeah, it's and I think I've seen everything from recipe books to short stories, but most people are doing probably collectively a full-length novel.
okay.
Or some people start them and they go on for years. It's the same story, just like a TV show, your weekly 30
Like
minutes.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Episode after episode, huh? How, when you write an episode, how is it a certain word count that you have for this episode?
Each episode has to be at least 600 words, and I think the maximum is 5,000 words. But the cost to unlock a Vella is kind of dependent on how long they are. So I think most people try to stick to the lower counts, because then people don't have to invest much time or money to read if you just want to. And it is designed really to read on your phone.
Okay, wow. At the end of your episode, do you have to have a a cliffhanger
Yeah.
like soap operas?
Yeah.
Well, probably not really, because it just almost naturally goes there because you're doing a continuing story. So yeah, I don't try. Otherwise, I write like usually. I try to keep them like between 600 and 1,000 words each. So it would be pretty hard to have a major cliffhanger every 600 words. So
yeah.
Do you have somebody read it before you send it out, or do you just edit it yourself?
I mostly just edit it myself, because if you have a shorter piece of work, you can reread it a million times. But I have noticed that some people probably
Need one.
aren't as experienced writers
Yeah.
and, maybe need somebody else to read them.
And
Okay.
do you, with the second episode, now I'm thinking of Grey's Anatomy, because when I ride my bike every day, I ride it for a full episode, which is 42 to 43 minutes. So I get an episode a day. So they're like, usually they don't always go right to the next day. Sometimes there's like a month or two past, so do you do that with your episodes? Like the next episode, does it just continue? Or is it like maybe 2 or 3 weeks down the road in this story, or how does that work?
It varies from story to story and really even episode to episode. Because
Okay.
sometimes, if there's a lot of action happening in one scene, you might even have to break that scene up into 2 episodes. But, in another case, you might have something kind of major conclude. And so it picks up the next episode, like say a few weeks later or a month
Okay.
later, or that. It really depends on the story.
And do you put that in your episode? Do you put 1 month later at the top, like in italics, like you would a book?
I haven't needed to because it seems pretty obvious, but I have
Okay.
seen others that I've read do that.
And do you ever, at the end of the story, after all the episodes are done, do you ever put them together and publish it as a book? Will Amazon let you do that?
Yes, and I have not done it, but I know a lot of people do that. And it's
Okay.
actually, if you do use, what is it? KDP,
Yeah.
you're probably already set up as far as account and availability.
Yeah, I can, when I go into my bookshelf, I see, every day I see an opportunity to do a visit Kindle Vella
Yeah.
right here and manage it. And I just haven't had the time to do it.
Okay,
because
now
of-
you only have about another minute
Oh,
left.
okay.
And I know you have a blog. I went on your blog. It's a great blog. Do you like that better than a website?
I do because it gives me, I just don't know if I have enough people that have enough interest to go to my blog, my website, my author Facebook page, all of the different social media sites, because I'm on most of them. And so the blog kind of allows me to kind of combine those two. The way I have my current blog set up is I've added pages to it, and I list them along the left-hand column. So you can go there and get blurbs to every one of my books, all the stuff that doesn't change very often. But then the main body of the blog, you can have the traditional blog posts that change daily,
Okay.
weekly, monthly, however often you blog. And so
Great to
it's
know.
kind of, I hope that works well that way, that I don't have a website, but it just seemed like there's just too many places for
I
me
know.
to send everyone and for me to try to keep up. And this kind of seems like it works pretty well to cover both people.
Well, great. We will have all your links, and hopefully you'll get some new to join your blog, okay?
I hope so.
And then we will, this will go out when, Mary?
I'm going to try and get it out by the 30th so that we can, promote her things, or her things, meaning her series, her book.
I'm very excited about it because it's been a couple of years since I've had a new release. So I'm pretty excited for a new release.
Well, good luck. I hope it goes well. I hope it
Congratulations.
shoots to the top. Bestseller.
It's been great, Kim, getting to
Yes.
know you better, and for me meeting you face to face after all these years, and that I hope that everybody out there will go on Kim's blog and check out her books, because they are worth reading.
And don't just check them out, read them.
That's what I mean. Check them out and read them. Yeah. Thanks, Kim, for joining us today. And I hope you have a great weekend. Everybody look for 2 authors' books in a Beverage newsletter coming out at the end of the month.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
You
It's
bet.
been fun, and we'll chat again soon.
All right. You have a good day, everyone.